sunrise with Sally. Just showing you how Daryl lowered my ferns so I can water them. They were way up there. Well, here's our sunrise today. It's rather foggy. It's supposed to get nicer and then rain again, but it's been raining. It's nice when it rains at night and not during the day, because I'm one of those people, look up there, that needs sun in my life. In the winter, I use what's called a happy light. It's a light you put on the table, and as you do your morning routine, you just get the light from it to assimilate the light of the sun, and it brings your spirits up. That's why it's called a happy light. I bought it years ago at Bed Bath & Beyond, which are no longer around here, and you can get them on Amazon. It's called a happy light, and it helps you if you're not, like if you work at night and stuff too, and you don't get that sunlight in your brain to give you a good mood. But this is what we have this morning. So I'm going to sit the opposite way, I think, today, or maybe not, I don't know. Because Daryl has my big box from my treadmill here. He wanted to throw it out yesterday for garbage day, but I didn't want to until I really made sure that it worked. If I had to ship it back, I wouldn't have a box. So, here's my porch and my pillow on my chair. I got these chairs at a garage sale, and they're wrought iron. And see, flat surface, guys, flat surface. My brother got me a fountain for my birthday. I have to set it up, but I gotta get on these flat surfaces. My little schoolhouse, birdhouse. I love birdhouses. There's my paper towels. I was gonna clean off this table. Oh, I got a ceiling fan up here that the birds always make a nest in. I come out on the porch and I'm like, where's all this straw stuff coming from on my porch? So it's from them making nests up there. So let me flip the camera and get ready for our talk. All right, be right back. All right, I'm back. I put this top back on. I put this top on yesterday for my live. I was supposed to have a live last night. I think I got into it like maybe 15 minutes, if that. And it was storming so bad, and you know, the fog. So it was storming, and there was something wrong with my internet. It just kept going in and out, and I didn't want you guys to get aggravated trying to get on here with me. So I just filed it in the garbage. Those of you that were trying to find me, I apologize, but I thought I had the best internet through Verizon. So I'm reading from my daily word book, not the letting go pamphlet that I've been using, because I think this is more appropriate for what's going on today. It's the theme of it is world peace. I envision peace and harmony as a living reality throughout the world. I am feeling discouraged about the state of the world and wondering why peace remains elusive. I remind myself that with God, all things are possible. So much more than mere wishful thinking, this awareness is a potent declaration of faith. It's a belief I share with others throughout the world who are working toward the realization of the peace we know is possible. The desire for peace transcends nations, creeds, and cultures, just as faith in the presence and power of God transcends religion. As members of the human family, all people are divine beings with spiritual gifts, we can use to bring peace to every corner of the world. Through the power of God within us, we are creating the peace we wish to see. So what we do extends out the peace that we really want to see. And sometimes we think we're just one person, but one person leads to another. I have an example. It's probably stupid, but self-talk, but we have a grocery store that's called Aldi's, and it's a part of the Trader Joe's. I don't know if you know about Trader Joe's, but it's another store that they have. It's called Aldi's, A-L-D-I, and they have like really good produce, just like they have at Trader Joe's, but probably a little bit cheaper price, okay? And then they have the Walk of Shame, which is these owls that they have, what they call Aldi Finds. That's a very bad place for me, because I find some really good things there. Like, it doesn't have to do with grocery shopping, but like things for the house and blankets and things for the dogs, you know, like my little tunnel I got for the cats. Anyway, I'm losing my thoughts here. But they have their carts, which I think is very smart. You have to put a quarter in the cart and it unchains, and you use the cart, and then when you're done with it, you go back and put the chain in and you get your quarter back. So it's really not costing you anything, but what it is pretty smart. They're not having carts all over, you know, the parking lot, and they don't have to have a cart guide to save money on another employee. So I started just putting my cart back or offering it to someone, and they're saying, here's the quarter, and I said, oh no, just take it, you know, and you know, pay it forward. I mean, it's a quarter. But if they just show that little act of kindness, especially older people, they are just so tickled that you gave them that cart and they didn't have to pay a quarter, which, by the way, remember, you get that quarter back at the end. But I feel like a quarter for me to make someone's day, and hopefully they don't go and cash that in by putting the chain in and getting the quarter back, that they pay it forward and give it to somebody else and make their day, and so on and so on, you know? So that's what I do. And I've gone to a lot of stores, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that does it, but I've gone to other stores and I've seen there's lots of free carts. People leave their carts, you know, so you don't have to put a quarter in, because sometimes people don't have a quarter. A lot of people don't even carry cash anymore. So yeah, that's one thing that I do. And then people can just start paying forward, you know. That's just a simple little thing. But there's so many things we can do to make the world a better place. You know, it's just like after 911, I taught, at the time I was teaching 6th grade, and it was like kids were leaving and I had no idea. I'm in my classroom. I don't have any access to the news or anything. I'm teaching. I'm just carrying on with my day. And the office was calling one by one these students down to the office and, you know, get your things, time to go home. And I'm thinking, well, I didn't get any notices that people were leaving early. And then someone finally, I said, I called the office and said, what's going on? And then they told me, and I was like, how do I tell these students that? Do I not tell them? I don't want to create a panic, you know, with these kids, because 6th grade are a lot different than kindergarten, you know, and they know a little bit more about life than, well, a lot more about life than kindergartners. So yeah, that time of our country, people were being so nice to one another. Do you remember that, guys? Do you remember people being courteous when they're driving? They let you go. You know, they're not pulling in front of you, or when they see you're trying to pull onto the highway and they don't speed up, because that's what happens to me. I'm trying to pull into the highway. They see me coming. They're way down there. Next thing I know, they're right there up on top of me. And people were just getting to be rude anymore. But back then, people were really good to one another, because we were a united nation and we were standing for something. But it's just getting to the point where things are just going awry again. So those are the things that I'm talking about with world peace. You're one person, just like I used to tell my kindergartners, you're one person, but your one person attitude can affect everybody. Just like if you're a boss at a place and you have a bad day, if you're gonna go to work and just spread your anger and bitterness, you're gonna affect your whole team. And then they're going to be on one another, and they're just going to have a lousy day, and they're going to go home like a domino effect and treat their kids and treat their husband, you know, or wife, you know, bitterly because they are in such a bad mood because of that one person came into work miserable. So let's just try to, you know, breathe it out. I have a good suggestion. I'm a biggest fan of meditation and motivation by Marie. She's a channel on this YouTube, and you have to check her out. Probably a lot of you already know her. She has meditations for like falling asleep, for, you know, just decompressing at the end of the day. She has meditations and motivation for starting your day on a good foot, you know. But it's meditation and motivation with Marie. You have to check her out. If you do anything else today on YouTube, please check her out and subscribe, because you will not be sorry. I am like her biggest fan. She's helped me with so much, and she's so kind. Her voice is just so perfect for these meditation where she talks you through it. She is just, she's doing God's work, whether she believes it or not. She's helped so many people. I mean, I thought that I was unhelpable or whatever the word would be, but she has helped me learn how to try to relax and things. I'm still working on the sleep thing. I think well, my doctor told me I have chronic sleep disorder, and I need to see a specialist, not just a sleep therapy where you can get a CPAP, which I have. I need to go to find out why I can't sleep. So I think it has a lot to do with worry, because when Matthew was here, I slept a couple of the days. I didn't sleep every day, but the first night there, it was like I was relaxed. I knew he was safe. But, you know, I know my kids are 34 and 38, but I'm still their mom, and I worry. I still worry about them, you know, which they're grown, and I raised them to be productive human beings for society. But, oh, about Marie. But you should really check meditation and motivation with Marie. You will not be sorry. You'll be thanking me like, oh my gosh, how did I not know about her? But Marie, I'm sorry if I'm embarrassing you, if you're watching, which I know she is, because she always comments on my things. So yeah, I love you, Marie. And people, if you're wise, she's good. She's awesome. So I'm going to get the camera back over there and get a little bit more of the sunrise is starting to peek through those big old cloudy haziness, and it's so humid out here, but not as bad as it's been. Hey guys, I love you. Believe in it will be. Do something kind for someone. Spend time with a loved one, please. And know in your heart that I love you. I really love you, and I appreciate all of my subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. If you don't want to, that's okay. I'm not all about numbers. I'm about the people who want to be here to listen to the message, either the ones I do on here or some of the silly shenanigans, the shits and giggles and things like that. I like to make people laugh, even if it's at my expense. But if you want to subscribe, that would be great. But I don't just have people subscribe just to get a number. I don't believe in that. So everybody can do what they want to do, but that's what I want to do. I want a community of people I know. Okay? I'm not putting anybody on, I hate getting defensive. And I'm not saying it's anything wrong with that, guys. I know you guys are here to make money, and I would love to as well. But this is my outlet because I'm so lonely. All right, guys, I'm going to get the sunrise for you guys. Hold on. Okay, as you can see, as we were talking, those clouds are starting to disperse. And it's beautiful, no matter what God gives us. Even if it was raining, the rain is beautiful as well, don't you think? I mean, it brings plants and the green. I mean, I can hear my grass growing. I still have to find someone who will cut the grass for us, because this hill is just too much for Daryl. So the backyard is pretty level, but this, we need to find someone to help us out. So And then these steps, oh, these steps. I want to make a parking spot right there in front of that fence behind that flag. There's a little bump there you can drive up, and that's what I do sometimes if I have groceries or something. But I want to put a driveway right there. Park my car so we don't have to do all these steps. All right, peeps. I love you. Have a wonderful day. And there's the sunrise for June 27th, 2025. Talk to you later.